Hey everyone, Luca here and welcome to a new episode of Luca Collection here on the WIKOS channel. Today we're going to take a look at a 4K Steelbook for a movie that I never watched before. I watched it only when I got this Steelbook. It's a movie based off a very famous tabletop game, and the movie that I'm talking about is... Sorry about that, because again, I had to open it up. It's Clue, the movie from 1986. And again, it's an absolutely hilarious blast. Everyone is a top-notch, great cast. We're gonna take a look at it. But of course, who stands above everyone is Tim Curry. I watched it also in Italian because my mother was there, and the Italian track has some issues in one particular moment, but it's like a 5-second issue. It doesn't ruin the movie. Unfortunately, though, there's something really disappointing about this release, which is the same for everyone. But we're going to talk about it when we take a look at it on the table. So here's the front. As you can see, we have a piece of paper covering the top. Of course, a piece of paper. Of course, this edition is already opened because I wanted to watch the movie, so I opened it up before I shot the Luca Collection episode. So we have the Italian title, Signore il delitto servito, and limited edition steelbook for the 40th anniversary. It's only 4K Ultra HD. Of course, it's the Clue movie. As you see, the spine, it's in the original title, so thank God for that. And behind we have the cards with the various characters about the movie. There are no extras, and in terms of audio, we have English in DTS HD Master Audio 2.0, Italian, German, Spanish, French in Dolby Digital 2.0. In terms of subtitles, we have English, Danish, German, Spanish, French, Italian, Japanese, Dutch, Finnish, and Swedish. And of course, credits over here. And despite only having a DTS HD Master Audio 2.0, it is Dolby Vision. So there's that. Let's take a look at the steelbook without the piece of paper. Again, all the characters in the front poster, spine, as we've seen before, and all the characters again in the clue cards. Let's open it up. And we have the 4K Ultra HD disc, pretty much without any artwork. Classic from Paramount, and here we have all the cast, including Tim Curry and Jake Lloyd. Really cool steelbook for a really cool movie, really hilarious movie. Let's put everything back, which is not much, admittedly, just the disc. So here it is, the Clue 40th anniversary limited edition 4K steelbook. Really hilarious movie. If you haven't watched it, just do it. In Italy, it's not really that famous because, again, the Italian title for the board game is Cluedo, but they didn't use that for the Italian title, which is Signore delitto servito, which is gentleman. The murder is served, something like that. I have to mention, though, I watched it in Italian because my mother watched it with me. And the Italian track has a sync issue. I don't remember exactly when, but it's just 2 seconds long. It didn't ruin the movie, but it's an issue, and I don't know if Lion Pictures knows this. I am going to be sure when I release this episode to let them know. I'm pretty sure they know by now because it's been a while this edition has been out. Unfortunately, though, I have to say, and this doesn't have anything to do with the fact this is an Italian edition. Originally, the movie, if you don't know, it was released with 3 different endings. All the film copies had one ending of the 3. So the cool thing about the movie's release was that when people went to watch it, there was a lot of discussion because the ending was different. So, which again, it's there to emulate, so to speak, the Clue experience. Unfortunately, though, for the home video editions, and that includes this 4K edition, all 3 endings are cut into it. And it just shows the first ending, then the second ending with a title card between them, and then the true, which is supposed to be the third one. I get it why they did that, but I also wished that the disc was programmed to randomly choose an ending every time you watch the movie. That would be really cool. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Whatever, I mean, it's not that big of a deal. The movie is hilarious. Tim Curry offers a performance for the ages, especially in the third act. He's absolutely maniacal. It's hilarious, really, and it's a must-watch for anyone who loves comedy, and it's probably the best board game movie adaptation of all time. Anyways, did you watch Clue the movie? What did you think about it? Let me know down in the comments. If you like this video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and or follow the WIKOS channel on all social media. We are on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, X, and Twitch. Of course, I'm gonna leave an Amazon Associates link down below from Amazon Italy, and you can import this edition if you like. It's completely region free, again being 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray, but also Paramount releases are region free even on the standard Blu-ray. Also, if you're Italian, every Tuesday at 7 a.m. we release our podcast, Il WIKOS Podcast, where we talk about movies and TV shows and sometimes gaming and tech. Again, thank you so much for watching. My name is Luca Ripa, and I'll see you next time.